So just got back from the grocery store. So, okay, first off, I went to the gym and signed up for the gym. So that was fun and expensive. But it's super nice. It's so big and it's air conditioned and they have an outdoor area and they've got free weights and they've got a bajillion machines and they have a cardio area and the tanning is free and there was nobody at it. And there's a smoothie bar. It's cool. It's cool. It's gonna be sweet. I'm really excited. And there's classes, and they have like a class at like 6 o'clock every day. Roughly. That's what I seem like I saw. There's at least an opportunity to take a class after work every day, which would be awesome because that's the only thing I liked about Planet Fitness were the classes. Because it's just fun because you meet people and you get to do stuff. And there's like a dance class I saw, which I don't think they have anymore, but they used to. So that always is something that could come back. That'd be cool. So yes, signed up for the gym and went to the grocery store and bought all the stuff for that, for the next 5 days for meal prepping. Came to like $97. Cut it right off at the credit card. So it is a little pricey. I did buy a couple extra things that I didn't need necessarily for the list. One of them is orange juice. I really wanted some orange juice. I've been wanting it for a few days. I decided I was going to do it. I was out of mayo, even though none of the recipes call for mayo. And I didn't have any of these. I had to buy these, which I bought the non-coconut kind because I'm too cheap to pay twice as much for something. Or something special when it really doesn't need to be special, I don't think. And then I pre-bought water chestnuts. These were $1 a can. Because Alexa told me. Forgot I can't say that name. I'm so sweaty. It's super hot. I don't have air conditioning and I'm sitting in my kitchen and I've been running around and obviously I'm in a full length sleeve shirt and it's 80 something outside, so it's hot in here. And I'm going to turn that fan back on once we're done here. But I pre-bought these ahead of time because supposedly you can replace avocado with these, which would be really nice because I'm super avocado intolerant. So, and that I think is from me reading ahead into the week too. So, I didn't really need them this week. And then I also bought 3 little dollar deodorants because I like to have them strategically placed so that I'm never without. And then what else did I pre-buy that I probably didn't need? I ended up buying more chicken tenders than I needed because I had to choose between like 3/4 of a pound or a pound and a half. So obviously I opted for the pound and a half, and then I'm just going to have to freeze it or eat it tonight or whatever, turn it into one extra meal or something. And then, oh man, the mushrooms were expensive. I didn't really expect to buy 2 pounds full of portobello caps, but that was a little pricey. And then I don't know how I'm going to eat this much kale. I was supposed to get like 3 pounds of kale. I ended up getting just 2 pounds of kale and some red cabbage because it called for red kale, which, in the areas of normal people, we don't have that kind of stuff. So, and Kroger is one of the best produce places we've got around this town. Even our fancy produce stores are not good for selection, and I don't think they're good for turnover. And last time I went to one, the meat was almost rancid, so I'm not going there anymore. So Kroger's gonna have to do, and we don't have red kale at Kroger, so, and what else? I feel like I bought something else too that I probably didn't need, so I think it was probably, and I bought 2 pounds of strawberries fresh, and then a bag of mixed fruit, because the strawberries were $2.50 for 2 pounds right now, so I just bought one of those, and so I'll have to cut those up and put them in the freezer. But so yeah, it was good. I think I'm gonna have tuna now after I put the stuff away. I'm hungry. Oh, also I bought reduced price peas that I'm gonna throw in the Buddha bowl. I really like peas, and I know they're sweet and you're probably not supposed to have them because they have a lot of sugar in them, but they do have 6 grams of protein. So 612, so like 15 grams of protein for this whole bag. That's not bad. That's not bad. So these are going in the Buddha bowl. Alright, so that's all the groceries. You got your mushrooms, your quick oats, my orange juice, the mayo, the kale, the fruit, let's go over here, the meats, the strawberries, bananas, peas, I think there's broccoli over there, yeah. Sweet potatoes, a whole bunch of them, and the yogurt, and the milk, blah, 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 and the kale back there. It's $100, and then 3 deodorants that are not on my kitchen table. But, choice, right? And then I forgot, I did buy also coconut milk, which I don't think I need yet, but I know I will need it, so pre-buy. So I'd say this came to, I would say for the first week is something like $85 probably. But, alright, now into the fridge.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome.
The 2 girls, because it's going to be 5 different interviews with 5 different people for half-hour segments. The first 2 were back-to-back. The third one was a half-hour later, and then I've got 2 tomorrow afternoon, one at like 2:30 and one at like 4:30.
Oh, jeez.
Right? So the 2 interviews tomorrow, the one's going to be with somebody that's in the same job, and then the one after that is with the director, so the boss's boss. So, and that's the guy I already talked to on the phone the first time, who already likes me or whatever. So, and then the first interview was with who I think will be the boss, and we hit it off really good. So that's, I think, the most important one. And then the HR person is new. They've only been there for 3 weeks. And of course, I did put my foot in my mouth one time, and I think she was a little surprised. And I didn't go back and try to fix it, which I should have. But I think maybe she forgot it. I don't know. Because I had mentioned not really being interested in sales, because it's kind of what my current position's kind of trending towards. And she goes, oh yeah, and you have an engineering background. Like, what would an engineer need to do with sales kind of thing? And I was like, whoa. Actually, a lot of the salespeople have an engineering background. And so that's when she kind of did the eyes wide, like, oh, way to correct me. Kind of like, I felt like I corrected her, and I was a little... You still on there? Oh, it's like beeping. Oh, did it hang up?
Are you there? Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know. I think I have you on hold, but I'm not sure.
It was doing the beeping.
Oh, okay.
But and I was like, well, a lot of the engineers are, the salespeople are engineers, but it takes a certain kind of person. And so like, I think I kind of fixed it, but I don't know. That was the only time I really put my foot in my mouth. And I don't know. I thought I did okay. But the third lady was like, are you an internal candidate? Or like, so they must be interviewing a lot of people. And whenever they interview internal candidates, I'm usually kind of shot in the foot on these things. And one of the things that the first guy said was that there's somebody already doing this role, so I would be learning from them and then taking over, which is usually a bad sign, because if that person wants that job, obviously they'll get it. And if they're the internal candidate that wants that job, it's very likely that I'm just being talked to as like a, oh, okay, well, we had to at least give you a chance. So, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, that doesn't seem too good. But, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Grandma, I got you on speaker. Grandma's listening.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
I don't know what's going on. She said there are interviews. Oh, have you?
I had 3 of the 5.
What one did you have today?
Oh, that was fun. I just did, I'm not turning the fan off, I'm sorry, it's loud. It's still not focusing. It's being dumb. There we go. What? I just did like an hour Zumba class. You don't know how long it's going to be when you start. I mean, they had a class at 6 and a class at 7. So, I mean, I thought could be an hour, but I didn't know for sure. And for going like months and months and months without doing anything, I mean, like, literally the last thing I did was like a 5-minute bike ride. Like, I haven't done anything. To go into an hour Zumba class was just nuts. Needless to say, if that were like my dance coach from when I was a kid, she would be so mad at me. She'd be like, you're not going low enough, or you're not going fast enough, or come on, you can get this. Like, the lady thought I was like, she was critiquing another girl, saying that the girl was new, she hadn't seen the classes before. She was all over the place, but she's like, oh, I just thought you'd been, because you were keeping up with the other girls. So I was like, at least I did that, but I could definitely tell you when it got into the squat stuff in the second half, like, I was doing some lazy squats. We'll just say that, but it was different. I mean, like, I really like routines, and the girls seem to all know the routine, but it was a lot of, like, I'm not really into, like, the jelly movements. I was never particularly fond of jazz. When we got into cheerleading and it was all stiff movements, it was like, and then even when I was in dance, like when I was in POMS, I should just say, when I was in POMS, it was a lot of stiff movement too, so this is just weird being, but kicked my butt. I definitely need new shoes. These are not working out so good. I have, I don't know if it's because they're too big or these things, it feels like nothing's in there. And there's a lot of room up front, which I don't do so good with, but, and then my stupid Fitbit, I charged it, I got it all ready, and I wore it, and it, did really good at keeping my heart rate, like, I have the heart rate app one, and so it just shows you all the time. And it was cool, and then I turned my phone on, and I was like, oh, it's not paired, because this is my work phone, because my other phone's busted. And which I just dropped off at UPS, so hopefully and it cleared it when I linked it. It cleared the whole darn thing, so whatever. I don't even get to see how many calories I burned. So, but this is telling me the camera's dying, so I better charge. And I'm going to get back to food prepping. Hopefully it doesn't take me a bajillion hours, so wish me luck. Other than the fact that it wouldn't really grind up, it's not bad.
The only thing that really gets on my nerves is my lisp and my fat face, and that's it. Yeah, you're not a fat face though.
I don't think that kale can really grind up that blender. Yay. It's like a purple, but it's actually pretty good. Well, his flavor is good, but man, that's a lot of chewing. And I just can't seem to feel like I can get it to blend. I feel like the kale's just stuck down here. I did put it in first, which is probably the issue, but I don't know. Definitely don't want to put the heavy stuff at the bottom because then it never gets to the blender. So, I guess we'll see how it goes.